Hey everybody, Steve Burns here. So I just installed a plugin into Blender that'll allow you to export 3D objects from Blender to Unreal Engine. So let's take a look at this here. And this, I just did a simple little cube and extruded some surfaces out. And then when I was done, I was able to come right up here to Pipeline, go to Export, and then push the assets out to Unreal Engine, okay? I'm going to show you how this is done. Let's go into Unreal Engine very quickly and take a look at it, and there it is, okay? So we can see it there. We brought it in successfully. It ended up in a category under the content folder called Untitled Assets. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough on how to install this very quickly. So let's go back to Blender, all right? And we're going to go to Edit menu, go to your Preferences, and then what you're going to do is you go to your add-ons here and install. Now, once you download it, mine was in my downloads folder on another drive, so I'm going to come right over here to my G drive, go to my downloads, and let's go find Blender add-ons. And then I have a special little folder called Paid Add-ons right there. And then I want to let's go find the actual file, Send2. All right, there we go. It should be right down here. There it is. Send2UE. Right. So send to Unreal Engine. So click on the zip folder, install it. I've already done so. Okay. So if I come right up here and do a search, right there it is. It's installed. Drop it open. All right, and just leave everything else here default. You're fine. Now what happens is now you're going to have to reboot Blender. But what it does is it adds another little folder up here called Pipeline. So this is going to be your access or your connection to Unreal Engine to import assets, to export assets. It's called push assets, and other utilities as well. Over here on the right hand side under your layer view here, you have an export folder where your objects are going to be placed into. So anything in that folder will be exported out to Unreal Engine. Now, before Unreal Engine is going to be able to recognize all this stuff, we need to set it up. So let's actually go and accomplish that. Here we are in Unreal Engine. The first thing you really need to do is actually create a project. Now, I'm using a project already. Let me come over here to the right hand side and double click on there's my object. Let's go ahead and kind of pull this down a little bit. Let's go grab, there we go, pull that down there. Go to my landscape view, and you can see the my landscape scene that I was basically molding out here. Now you can see there's an object there already, but let me show you how to set this up so we can recognize it. We're gonna need to go into Unreal Engine's preferences and tell it to give it some capabilities before it can recognize the Blender transfer. So we're going to go to its preferences. The preferences in Unreal Engine is in the same place as in Blender, which is under your edit menu. So we'll go to our edit menu. We're going to come right down here to your plugins, actually. Right down there at the bottom, and we're going to click the plugins first. Okay, we have a series of plugins here. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to search for Python. It's going to go right up here to the top. Let's look for Python. And then right down here, you want to make sure that it's checked. Mine is checked, obviously, already. If yours is not, go ahead and check it. All right. So the next thing you're going to do, okay, so next, you're going to go up here into the search bar, and you're going to add editor scripting utilities. So it's right there. Okay. Once you find it, make sure it is checked. Okay, right there. So make sure it's checked, and then confirm after you checked it. At this point, your system is going to ask you to restart Unreal Engine. Mine is already set up, so it's not going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and and basically get out of the plugins, close out the plugins. Now the next place you're going to pay attention to is project settings. So we're going to go to our edit menu, the same places where we went to get our plugins, but this time right above plugins we have the project settings. So I'm going to click on the project settings, and what you're going to do is in the search bar you're going to also look for Python here, okay? And what you're looking for is enable remote execution. Make sure that is checked. Alright, so let's go close out the settings. Now all you need to do at this point is go back over to Blender. I've already created an object. Once I create the object, that object will be placed inside this export folder. That's basically our conduit to Unreal Engine. Anything inside this folder. Once it's there, we can come over to the top left hand corner. You see that folder that I talked about earlier, the pipeline folder. Drop it down. We can import anything, or we can actually push stuff to Unreal Engine. So when you push it, you're going to click, you're going to push assets, and that's pretty much all you do at this point. Now we're going to go over to Unreal Engine, and you're going to pay attention to, look at what I've got. I got two untitled categories, okay? So if I come right up here to the top, under your content menu, you're going to see what's called an untitled category. That's where they're going to be listed. So double click it, and I'm going to double click it again because I have my actual objects in the second folder. That's because I had exported it out twice. And then you can just drag and drop it inside, right? So if I click on the cube, which I've already dragged inside, and then go ahead and hit the F key on the keyboard, it zooms right on into to my actual object, and there it is. Okay, so well, once you get that set up for your scene, that could be a nice little fast and easy way to bring your objects in and out of Unreal Engine. Okay, so I thought it would be worth making a little video for you like this, and showing you there's some pretty cool little stuff out there for plugin. Also, a huge thank you to Jeffrey Reyes, who actually posted the Send2UE Unreal Engine plugin. That is on the Discord, okay? So now Jeffrey has also posted additional videos. They're right up here. There is, let's see, here they are. They should be up here inside the YouTube link. So just come up here and check it out. So right here, a little image, and then there's the actual plugin here, and then I believe these are that's actually the download site for it here. But there are additional videos here. So right here, so Blender Tools, Send2UE Unreal. That's your YouTube link right here below the image on the Discord page. Now this is inside the Blender plugin section. All right, so check it out there. All right, that was it. Hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to seeing you guys in class.